Hello folks. This video is about dividing polynomials by binomials. So there's two different ways to do it. You can do it by polynomial long division, which is what I'm going to show you first, or you can do it by synthetic division, which I'll show you second. You can only use synthetic division when you are dividing by a first degree polynomial, so just an x and a number. Okay, so let me show you polynomial long division. So what you do is you take your divisor x plus 2, which is the denominator, and you put it out front. And then you're going to put the numerator in as the dividend in descending exponential order. So this is already x squared, x at a number, so we're going to put it in just as we see it. This might remind you of the way you learned division as a kid for regular numbers. Everybody learned it a little bit differently. So for instance, if you learned 3 goes into 7, you do 3 into 7 twice, 2 times 3 is 6, and so on. We're doing the same thing with polynomials. So what we're trying to do is trying to divide the first term in the numerator in the divisor into the first term of the dividend. So dividing it's another way of saying what times x will give me x squared back. And that's going to be x. So x times x gives me x squared. We're trying to get the exact same thing. And x times 2 is 2x. And we multiply each term in the divisor by that x. Now here's the tricky part. I'm going to change the signs to their opposite here. And then I'm going to combine. So x squared minus x cancels out, which is what we're planning to do. 6x minus 2x is 4x, and I drag the 8 down. So now I'm going to try to put the x into the 4x. I'm going to say what times x gives me 4x, and that's going to be 4. And then I'm going to multiply 4 times the divisor. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. Then I'm going to change the signs to their opposite, so make it minus 4x and minus 8, and combine. And when I do, I get 0. They both cancel out. So my answer is x plus 4, which is right up top. That's the quotient. Okay? All right, so over here, I'm going to put x plus 5 into 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. So I have to make sure that the dividend is in descending exponential order, so x squared, x and a number, so that looks great. So now I'm going to put x into 2x squared. By that I mean, what times x will give me 2x squared back? And that would be 2x. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. The important step that people often forget is now we're going to change the signs to their opposite and combine. So the 2x squareds will cancel just as was the plan. 13x minus 10x is 3x, and then we bring the 15 down. So now we're going to divide x into 3x. So we're saying what times what times x will give me 3x, which is 3. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 5 is 15. We change the signs to their opposite and combine, and we get 0. So the answer is the quotient up top, which is 2x plus 3. Okay? Now these two both went in evenly with no remainder. Remember when you were a kid and you were dividing 3 into 7, you get 2. 2 times 3 is 6. You get a remainder of 1. Sometimes you get a remainder with these two. I have a feeling this one will have a remainder. So my denominator is x plus 3. I'm going to divide it into the numerator, which is in descending exponential order already, which is kind of handy. And I'm going to divide x into x squared. So by that I mean what times x will give me x squared, which is x. So x times x is x squared. X times 3x is 3x. All right, we're going to change the signs to their opposite. and combine. And the x squareds cancel, which is the plan. And now I have minus 11x, and I bring down the 5. So now I say to myself, what times x will give me minus 11x? And it's going to be minus 11. So minus 11 times x is minus 11x. Minus 11 times 3 is minus 33. Then remember, what people forget often is to change the signs to their opposite and combine. These cancel, and you're left with 38. So the answer is x minus 11 plus 38 over the divisor, which is x plus 3. You can write it like that. I think that's how your online homework is going to want it. So x minus 11, which is the quotient, plus the remainder of 38 over the divisor. Kind of like over here, you could write 2 remainder 1, or 2 and 1/3, with a remainder of 1/3. Okay? All right, that's polynomial long division. Let me just do a couple more. I know this is a long video, I apologize. So 2y plus 3. Now I have to be careful to make sure this is in descending exponential order, which it is. Y cubed, y squared, y and a number. If anything was missing, like say this term wasn't here, we would put a 0 in as a placeholder. We'll probably come across one of those eventually. So I'm going to put this in as my divisor. And I'm going to do the same process. So I'm saying, what times 2y will give me 4y cubed back? 2y squared. Didn't leave myself much room. So 2y squared times 2y is 4y to the third. 2y squared times 3 is 6y squared. Great. Change the signs to their opposite and combine. These cancel, and I'm left with 2y squared plus 5y. And now I'm going to put 2y into 2y squared. So I'm going to say y times 2y gives me 2y squared, and y times 3 gives me plus 3y. I'm going to change the signs to their opposite and combine. These cancel. I'm left with 2y plus 9 to bring that 9 down, bringing that 5y here. So now 2y is going into 2y. So this is just going to be plus 1. So 1 times 2y is 2y, 1 times 3 is 3. Change the signs to the opposite and combine. These go, and I'm left with 6. So the answer is 2y squared plus y plus 1 plus 6 over the divisor of 2y plus 3. That was about as tough as they get, folks. Okay, that was about as tough as they get.